Hello friends, I welcome you all again to my audio tutorial. In this audio tutorial, I will tell you about the objective resolution of 1946. In the previous audio tutorial, I have told you about the various portfolios that were being held in the interim government and about the direct action day. In between, one of my audio tutorial is missing. That audio tutorial is of composition of the Constituent Assembly in detail. Now I'm gathering the subject matter of the composition of the Constituent Assembly. So till now I am skipping the composition of the Constituent Assembly and directly coming on to objective resolution. After this, I will upload the composition of Constituent Assembly also. So, on 30th of December 1946, the historic objective resolution was passed in the Constituent Assembly by Jawaharlal Nehru. Now basically, this objective resolution was a resolution on part of all the members of the Assembly that defined the aims of the Assembly. Basically, it defined and contained the aims and objectives of the Assembly with which the Constitution of Independent India will be drafted. Now, one very important feature of this objective resolution was that it was being accepted unanimously in the Constituent Assembly. That means that the objective resolution that was being passed by Jawaharlal Nehru in order to lay down the underlying principle of the formation of constitution, it was being unanimously and without any opposition being accepted by all the members of the Constituent Assembly on 22nd of January 1947. Now below I will tell you about the various features that were present in the objective resolution. Now, the very first and the most important feature of the objective resolution was that it declared India as an independent sovereign republic. And by saying that India was an independent sovereign republic, it tried to imply that India is totally free from any sort of interference from outside. And it was totally free to make any sort of constitution for herself in order to make a solid base for efficient governance of the future generation of India. The second most important point of the objective resolution was that all powers, all authorities, all control of the sovereign and independent India and its constitution will be derived from the people of the country India. The third most important point was that India will be a union of all the territories of the British India, all the territories that formed the Indian states at that time, and all such other parts of India which were inside India as well as outside India, and all those states as well as territories that were willing to be constituted in the independent sovereign India. That means that all the states, whether they are inside India or outside India, all those territories that were willing to make themselves amalgamated into the Indian Union, they were all said to be a union, that is the Union of India. The fourth most important point of the objective resolutions was that adequate safeguards were to be provided to the minorities, the scheduled caste and the scheduled tribes, the depressed, the backward and the tribal areas. That is, special provisions will be mentioned in the constitution so that the depressed classes, the backward classes and the minorities, they can feel themselves safe in India. The fifth most important point of the objective resolution was that all the people of India shall be guaranteed and secured social, economical and political justice, equality of status and opportunities and equality before law, and fundamental freedoms of speech, expression, belief, faith, worship, vocation, association and action, subject to law and public morality. This clause of social, economic and political justice has also been mentioned in the preamble to the India. The sixth most important point of the objective resolution of 1946 was that the territorial integrity of the Indian Republic and its sovereign rights on land, sea and air shall be maintained according to justice and the law of civilized nations. The seventh most important point of the objective resolution of 1946 was that India as a free and sovereign republic will make full, committed and willing contribution to the promotion of world peace and the welfare of mankind. And now the eighth and the last main important characteristic or feature of the objective resolution was that the autonomous units, that is the states that will be formed under the Union of India, they will have their own autonomy and they will have their full right to legislate on the subjects that are not vested under the control of the Union. That is, that except all the subjects that the power on which to legislate has been vested in the Union, except all those subjects, all other subjects can be legislated upon by the states or the provinces or the autonomous units. So the autonomous units in their fields were given full autonomy in order to maintain their administration. So these are the all the important features of the objective resolutions of 1946, and basically the modified version of the objective resolution of 1946 forms the preamble of our constitution. As I've already told you that this objective resolution of 1946 was unanimously and without any resistance adopted by the Assembly on 20th of January 1947, 22nd of January 1947. This objective resolution guided and influenced the shaping of our constitution through all its subsequent stages. So this was a very important event, you can say, in the history, and this event played a very big and considerable role during the formation of the Constitution of India. So this objective resolution and all its clauses and characteristics and features and points are very important from the perspective of preparation of civil services, and many questions in the prelims have occurred from it. In the past, questions in the mains have also occurred from this topic. So it is very important that you should have a command over all the points and characteristics of this topic named objective resolutions of 1946. So friends, I am finishing this my audio tutorial of objective resolution here. I hope you liked it, and we will meet in our subsequent lectures. Thank you.